waiting right now, you can't avoid it. You're waiting for something. You're waiting for God to move. You're waiting for clarity. You're waiting for healing, provision, direction, the doors to be opened, the pain to stop, whatever it is. What is going on in you and through you right now in the waiting? It can be invested. Because no matter what you're in front of, the Lord is still above it. David says this in Psalm 29, that the Lord sits enthroned over, above the flood. The Lord is enthroned as king forever. A few months ago, we were on a trip for my younger brother Landon got married, and it was an amazing week, just getting to celebrate him and his new bride, Katie, and down in California. And we took our kids, we got to, because they were part of the wedding. It was a family wedding, and we took a few days as well to just kind of have a family trip with it, with my mom and dad and my grandma, my aunts and uncles, and it was just a great time. But we bring a lot of stuff when you travel with kids, and one of the things that we had to bring was a booster seat, kind of car seat thing for one of our two oldest. Made it through the whole week. It was awesome, and we were exhausted. I love it when it's like a vacation, but it's not a vacation for sure. When you're with 3 kids, because Joy wasn't born yet. We were exhausted getting home, but we finally made it back to SeaTac, and we were waiting around the little carousel thing for our luggage, and it was a long time. Again, I'm sitting there going like, this isn't how life's supposed to be. Where's my luggage? Should have been here 30 minutes ago. Wasn't there some guarantee by now? Something, come on. And it just took forever. Finally, the little beep. People are shouting, celebrating. Like we all started to bond over this experience together. That we were like miserably suffering because our luggage hadn't arrived yet. Isn't that funny how you bond with people and something's it's so funny. Literally, we started coming, we looked at you, yeah, let's go. It was I've never met you before, but we feel this sense of celebration. But one of our items didn't show up. The booster seat, the car seat, one of the two. We had 2 identical ones. Got one of them, the other one just wasn't there. Oh man, now because we've already waited long, and we just traveled all day, drive to the airport, flew on the plane again, 3 kids under 6, just was a lot, felt like a lot. Waited extra long, and now everybody's getting all their stuff, but we got it all but one thing, and I'm like, okay. Tired, hungry, mom was tired and hungry. When mom was tired and hungry, get out of the way. Kids, yeah, mom was tired and hungry. I try to find somebody, tell them our situation, and they're doing their best, but everybody's understaffed right now. Everybody's feeling everything going on, and so they're trying to communicate. We're gonna go look for it, and I'm like, okay. Cool. Yeah. Could you look for it kind of fast though? Because this whole process, you guys have been looking for things, it just hasn't been fast. Could we do that? They go, they look for it, and they can't find it. I'm like, okay, well, I don't know how safety wise we're gonna do this, because they actually needed to get in the car home, but whatever. At this point, getting pulled over and getting a ticket is worth it if my kids are gonna lose their minds and mom is gonna throw things through the airport wall. So let's go. And they told us, hey, we're so sorry. Give us your address, and if we find it, we'll send it to you. We'll mail it to you. So we did that. And they never found it. A couple weeks later, they call us, hey, we're so sorry. We'd like to give you a credit, a flight credit for your car seat. We're not finding it. And I'm thinking okay, well, let's give the value of the car seat. And they're like, no, we want to give you a $250 flight credit. And the car seat's $30, $40 on Amazon. I'm doing the math. I'm yeah, we'll take the flight credit for sure. Yeah. Thank you. And I'm cool, we got this flight credit. And I was thinking about that, oh, wow, kind of a sucky situation. It was a lot in the moment, but afterwards, we're home, everybody's fed and sleep now for a couple of weeks. And we got blessed with a greater value than what we lost. And it actually didn't cost as much as we thought in the moment. And then a couple weeks later, some of our friends were going to go visit some family across the country, and we're wrestling between the cost of the flights, because they just had gone up significantly since when they originally planned to go visit their family. And so one of the family, or the husband, wasn't going to be able to go because of the way that the costs would increase. And Holly and I were talking about that. We're like, gosh, that just sucks. And then it hit us, like, we got that $250 flight credit. Like, that could be the difference from the husband being able to go and experience this trip with his kids and his wife. Like, think we should give it to him? Like, yeah, no brainer. So, Holly reached out to the wife and said, hey, we just God put this on our heart. Like, we don't know if this will actually help you guys build dinner, but like, we have this flight credit. Like, if you guys want, if it can help the husband get there. And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, that would be amazing. And that was what allowed the husband to be able to go and get to experience this time with his kids and his wife and the family. And I'm sitting there thinking about all this and going like, that stupid car seat. That in the moment, I was frustrated, angry, could not see anything positive out of the situation. God could see and knew that in 4 weeks from that moment, there would be somebody needing something that would help them go experience what he had planned for them, that he needed to get to them through the means of the temporary suffering that we were experiencing. Man, like, it's a small thing. But what you're up against isn't just for you. You don't know what God is doing or wants to do through your obstacle. And the kingdom opportunities at hand are greater than the obstacles that we're facing. And my encouragement to you today, I pray the Holy Spirit begins just to illuminate that perspective for you in a powerful way today, right now, where you are. And just turn this whole thing upside down because he can, and because I really do believe he will.